Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Tower of God New World podcast. So this is episode 2. We did our last episode, I think, last Sunday, and today's episode 2. So welcome back to the podcast. Once again, we have Conowen and Sabel. You guys can go ahead and say what's up. One.
Yo, what's up, guys?
And we have 9 questions ready for you guys. These 9 questions, they're pretty good questions, and we're gonna go ahead and get started. So for number 1. How are you guys feeling about 1.5 anniversary, half anniversary for this year?
You know, you want to
Yeah,
start?
you want me to start? Okay, fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So for the 1.5 anniversary, I would say overall they did some good stuff. I think that in general is a really good update. The only bad move that I think we all agree is the back-to-back family head, which to me wouldn't even be that big of a deal if they did it the opposite way. So first Gustang and then Tramray, but like this is a bit tricky. But in general, I'm really liking it. There are a lot of events giving lots of free stuff, and also the new art mode that we're going to talk about later is also quite interesting. But yeah, in general, I think they nailed it with this update, except for the greediness of some moves, but the rest is really, really solid.
yeah. For me overall, I think like the update's definitely very good, but that's most of the time when it's anniversary. Like when it's anniversary, the updates are actually always like kind of crazy and kind of like
Yeah.
really good. But it's just what's in between the anniversaries that's kind of meh. But overall, like the deals in the shop, phenomenal. Like
Amazing. Yes.
yeah, you like the one like $10 or something. You get 90 black market tickets, Revolution, Shinsu, literally everything you need.
Yes.
And overall, like the bad part is like the banner structure, like you said, and like why did they make Gustang go second? Like, of course, they make him go second because they want you to spend all your resources uh, on Dowon, on Tromare, so you feel
Yeah.
FOMO when Gustang comes out and he's the most busted unit in the entire game. Like it's
Yeah.
from an economical perspective, it's a good choice, but it's a bit greedy in my opinion.
Yeah.
So that's
Definitely.
about it.
Yeah, for me, I'll say for this update is way better than last year's half anniversary. Last year's half anniversary was booty. I'm gonna be honest, it was kind of bad with Data Uric and Ron May. Ron May, she's good with Rev, but like Data Uric, he's kind of bad. So I will say this is
Yeah.
definitely a huge improvement from last year's half anniversary. The rewards are great. Like the Nonstop summon
Yeah.
banner, the fact that you can reset it, you can choose 2 SSR plus characters. That's good. Really, really
Yes.
like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do agree. The back to back family head, I don't like it. It's the first time that they did something like I feel like this game does have some FOMO, but every gotcha game they have a FOMO. Every gotcha game has FOMO. It's inevitable. But this
Yeah.
one was kind of extreme, putting Trauma Ray right behind Gusting because we've been asking for a Trauma Ray rerun for a long time. We've been asking since November, October, December, and they chose to not do it. But they chose to do it once Gusting is gonna come out, which is weird. So it's pretty obvious that they're gonna put these reruns in the most inconvenient spots to not benefit you so you can spend money and summon for these characters. So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't like the back-to-back family head. Hopefully they take our feedback and they don't do the same thing next time when they release the next family head character. They don't rerun Gusting with the next family head because that's just crazy. But overall, new update is good. We're gonna talk about Dowon, Anaak, but overall, I'm satisfied with this update. The shop, the deals, the nonstop summit tickets. It's really, really good. So that's pretty much for 1.5 anniversary. Now for number 2, we have hard mode difficulty. How are you guys enjoying the new hard mode difficulty?
Yeah, from my point of view, the new art mode so far is kind of difficult to enjoy. I mean, for everyone that's been playing for a while, the first 10 floors would just be auto progress and you just wait. But in general, I had a look at the setup of the enemies. I'm trying to look floor by floor if anything changes. And I didn't see any differences in stats. So all the enemies have the same stats from one another. They don't differentiate between a carry, a support. They just give different sets, but then the substats that come with the pieces are pretty standard. And I don't know if they're going to increase them in the next 10 floors, but so far they seem to be the same, and it's just like 4.5% physical and magic pierce, very low physical and magic resistance. So nothing to be worried about so far. I just want to see how they're going to increase it in the following ones. I'm a bit scared of the pacing because they are going to release 10 floors with 60 stages each every week, which to me means they're going to like repeat the same compositions over and over again, even more so than they're doing in Adventure. So that's the only thing that I'm a bit scared of, just repetition. But if we just look at how they designed it and thought it through, I think it's good. Like when you unlock it, it's going to be a bit challenging, but also rewarded with a lot of Shinsu. Like we get 300,000 Shinsu over the 10 floors. It's crazy. So the rewards are pretty solid. The fact that they keep on alternating between the exclusive equipment mats, the revolution mats, and I don't recall what the last one was actually, but on quite low amounts from my point of view is, I don't know, I hope they are going to increase it in the later stages, because if they keep it the same as we're seeing now for also, I don't know, floor 90 or 80, whatever that is going to come, is going to feel a bit too too little. But in general, so far is a good idea, good implementation. I think it's fine. So yeah.
Okay. No Sable.
Yeah, yeah. For me, it's like for now it's a chore because they have such little power that it's not even like fun. But I hope like in the future, of course, when it's like floor 40, 50 maybe, I hopefully it gets hard then. Um, I do like the Shinsu 300k is actually like, especially for new players. Like for us, it's like a lot already, but for new players, it's such a big boost to your count.
Yeah.
The only thing I don't like is like the exclusive equipment. Like I can probably max out every single character, their exclusive equipment, probably with the amount of that I have. So I would rather have more tickets for black market or something like that instead of like clearing a floor and getting exclusive equipment match. Revolution is always nice, like that's the part that I do like, but I would have liked more tickets. Like I like summoning, so that's it for me. And like I hope they make it harder because for now it's like pretty damn easy. That's about it.
Yeah, I agree. I do feel like the hard mode difficulty, it is easy. Um, the rewards are great. The Shinsu, perfect. 300k, that's good. That's a huge step for new players and especially returning players like me. So I will say the hard mode difficulty is pretty good. Yeah, the difficulty, easy as hell. But when it comes to black market tickets, yeah, I was hoping that they would at least give, let's say, 10 black market tickets every stage you complete. Because, enchantment extracts, we get a lot. We get a lot of enchantment extract. I have like 10,000 common enchantment extracts, 8,000 rare. Like, it's really easy to get enchantment extracts. So, I was hoping that they would at least give some tickets. But it is what it is. But hard mode difficulty, new content. When it comes to them time gating floors, because you don't have access to all the floors immediately, I guess. I don't know how to feel about that. I guess like they don't want to give us all the content immediately, so I'm not gonna complain too much about that. But I do hope for future floors, let's say floor once we reach floor 50 or floor 40, the difficulty starts to go up because it is hard mode. So hopefully they increase the difficulty, and once we get more stages like floor 60, floor 70, I think it's gonna be hell. It's gonna be worse than normal
Yeah.
adventure mode, because normal adventure mode is already kind of difficult, but hard mode, yeah, it's gonna be 10 times worse. But overall, hard mode was definitely a good feature to implement into the game for sure. So we good on that one? We all agree that it's a good feature.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. So next topic is Dowon the best blue element DPS?
I mean, for what I tried her, I'd say yes, and probably not even only to like the blue element, but just probably one of the best DPS in the game right now. She can deal an insane amount of damage, and I'm still wondering where it takes it because from the kit it doesn't really seem like crazy multipliers. So I'm like, where is this damage coming from? It's just insane at times.
Mm.
And she already carried or has like carry capabilities as a 3 red already. For me, when I tried her, sure, you need to use some good supports, but the damage was already there. Once you upgrade her to Orange 4 and go with Revolution 4, there is a big jump in damage, and it gets just insane with Revolution 5. So amazing unit so far, and yeah, not much to say. I definitely think she's more universal than Kaiser. Kaiser is falling off quite a bit because her survivability is really lacking. You need to build a team around her. Bam's damage cannot keep up to Dowon's in any way, but I still think Bam is a great unit. Dowon is just superior right now, I'd say.
Yeah, for me, like I actually like I read the kit the day before, and of course we didn't know the percentages, but the percentages aren't even that great. I don't understand how she does that much damage, especially if you pair up with Albelda. It's ridiculous the
It's
amount of damage
ridiculous,
that she
bro.
does.
It's insane.
Yeah.
It's actually
Yeah.
crazy. Like, of course, any DPS you pair up with Albelda will do good, but because Albelda is
Yeah.
correct as well. But yeah, it's ridiculous, like how much damage she does. I wouldn't recommend like anyone that's free to play, like summoning for her right now. I would wait for Gustang. But you probably will want to invest in her because she's just amazing. And even if Gustang is amazing, like he probably will be, but even then, free to play probably can't get him to 3 red or above. So I don't know how
Mhm.
worth it is for free to play to invest in Gustang, to be honest.
Mhm. Yeah.
But for Dowon, like ridiculous how crazy she is.
Yeah, for Dowon, I wasn't expecting her to be, that broken. Honestly, I was gonna skip her, go for Yama. I'm still gonna go crazy for Yama. But Dowon, like when I was doing my live stream, everybody was spamming in chat, she's broken, she's broken, she's broken. So I was like, all right, let me see, how insane she is. Bro, she is crazy as hell. I don't really get it, to be honest, because when I read her kit, yeah, the multipliers, they're not that crazy. I think it's cause like for passive, you have the blue element, like when blue element allies, I think, isn't it when they use their active skills, she gets like an
Yeah,
additional, yeah.
Mm.
I think, isn't it around like 450% max stacks, or like
yeah,
400?
Yeah.
15 and then 30 stacks.
Yeah, so she gets a huge attack boost in her passive, and I think for one of her revolution, you can get like 10 stacks immediately. So
Mhm.
yeah, like when you get that rev, it definitely boosts her damage by a lot. Her ultimate, the fact that she's able to increase allies' damage as well, like by 100%, is crazy. Like she's insane. And the fact that she's really cheap to get, we're gonna talk about that later, but the fact that she's also
Yeah.
cheap, I was able to max her out without spending any money. I hope Netmarble they do this for every other SSR Plus character, hopefully. But overall, she's an amazing unit. I summoned for her because my blue element was kind of trash. Kaiser was at 3 red, so she's like my first maxed out blue element DPS unit. I'll say she's definitely a nice addition to my account. So in my opinion, I do feel like she is the best blue element DPS so far. She's very, very good. All right, so next question. How do you guys feel about Anaak? SSR Anaak?
Yeah, for SSR Nak, I don't know because I mean she's insane. I would just start with that, but I would say that I don't like the fact that the kit is so similar to Kunagero, to Ice Spear Kunagero. I I don't get why. I mean, we just we only have 2 data tower units, and both of them have basically the same kit. They have energy decrease, swiftness decrease, defense decrease. They have HP recovery block, like both of them. They play slightly differently. Some of them are like one of them has more survivability issues. The other one is a bit better in that. One of them has a fixed targeting. The other one with the fact that he's close range jumps from one target to the other. So there is differences in their play styles for sure. And I'm not saying they are the same unit and they feel the same role, but I don't know how I feel about the fact that they have the exact same debuffs on their kits.
Mhm.
Still, this makes Anaak a really great unit. Like, even without trying her much, I just focus more on Dowon right now. But even without trying her much, I could already see that she was definitely valuable. I don't know if she would be overall better than Kunagero, but definitely she's up there. From my point of view, she's definitely one of the best red element units at the moment.
Yeah, like she literally has almost the same kit as Kun. Like she has defense down, she has HP recovery, and with her Rev 5 you can make it so it can't be removed, which is kind of crazy. The HP recovery, she has swiftness down for the enemy. Her basic attacks can't be like 100% accurate. They can't be dodged, so that's also crazy. But like the thing I don't like is there's like now a pattern. Of course, there are only two out right now, but the data tower, the SSRs that come out of there are like 10 times better than the ones we already have. So I feel like they designed the normal summon banner to spend your tickets on, but now I can't even like spend them there. The same with black market tickets. We had the black market. I mean, are you guys spending your black markets there anymore? Like no one, right? Only on the special summon. So I feel like they made the original the original idea was to make it the black market tickets for the black market and the normal summon for the normal summon banner. But now we're just totally switching it up and like not even using them anymore. So that's what I really hate. But Anaak is phenomenal. Alright, like she has pretty much everything that Kun has, and Kun is S plus for me. So yeah, she's great.
Yeah, for me, I don't have her maxed out. I only have like 3 green stars on her. But I did, play around with her in arena simulation. They need to fix arena simulation. But anyways,
Yeah.
Anog, she's actually pretty strong. She was dealing some pretty good damage. I do feel like what makes her very valuable is, of course, the debuffs in her kit. Of course, since she's SSR DPS, she might not be able to be on par with SSR plus DPS characters. Nothing wrong with that. But I do, like, I'm starting to understand, like, I'm starting to see them, like, there's a pattern where data tower units are more cracked than, like normal SSR characters. So I just hope they don't continue this, like, they don't continue this, how can I say it? I hope they don't continue this trend where they're only releasing good units in data tower, and if for normal, it's like they just release trash, not, I wouldn't say trash, but close to useless SSR DPS characters. And aren't don't they don't add data tower SSR characters and normal summon, right? They don't. Yeah,
No,
so
no, no.
there's like no way for you to get them after their banner is gone. So overall, yeah, I feel like she is a good unit for sure. Definitely a nice addition to Red Element. One of the teams I'm gonna use for her is like Anaak, Egen, Albelda, 003, and I think Gia. That would be a pretty nice team to use with the knock. But overall, she's definitely a good red element SSR character. I just wish that it can do the same for normal SSR units and not just for data tower, which is kind of weird. And I'm also realizing that for the data tower units, they all have like debuffing parts in their kit. Kunaguero, a knock. Hopefully for the next one is not the same thing. Something different.
Yeah.
Bring something else to the
Yeah.
table. It's not just debuffing only. So I definitely agree with both parts that they need to, treat normal SSR characters the same way. And they also need to you know, be a little diverse with their kits. Make something unique. Don't just repeat the same thing over and over again. It's gonna get boring. But that's pretty much it for a knock. For our next question, which is number 5, back-to-back family head. How are you guys feeling about that? I mean, didn't we just go through that?
Yeah, we kind of went over that,
Yeah,
but
we just went through
Yeah,
that, so we'll skip through that. Number 6. Oh yeah, Dowon banner being cheap.
yeah. I like this banner. I would say is like an improved version of the anniversary banner, so the one for Irang and anniversary Iwa. just with 1/3 of the PT. So instead of one copy every 300, we get one every 100, which is insane. So the value, really, really good. And I mean, before you mentioned you would like to see it applied for also future SSR Plus units, but I think they're going to keep this format only for anniversaries and alpha anniversaries, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And still, the other ones I'd say is still okay. Like if it was only the black market rates, then it would have been bad. But with the new special summon banner for the new unit, at least the PT is only 100. So it's not too bad, but still it takes a couple hundred more black market tickets to max one unit out. So yeah, definitely really cheap, a really great banner. And I don't know if it's their own way to try and say you can still try to go for Dowon even if we put back-to-back family heads. I don't know if it's kind of related to that, like this sort of crazy improvement to the anniversary banner. I don't think so, because if you want to go for both, you need at least 1800 black market tickets if you want to max out also one of the two family heads. Really insane numbers required. So no free-to-play player can afford that unless they were saving for a long time. So yeah. The thing I like is also that this banner lasts for 4 weeks. So that's a good thing as well. You have a lot of time to push and to get some resources. And some people might even think about going for Dowon first to help him push him more and get more rewards back, and then also go for Gustang. I think if you're around 1400 black market tickets, you could try to pull this off. But yeah, it's a bit tricky. But I really like the how cheap this banner is and how good the unit we received is.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, like it is actually piss cheap. It's like crazy. I had to spend like 320 tickets to max her out and even get a copy on top of it. Like I got a double on the last one, but yeah, it's crazy. Like 320 is actually doable. Like even free to play can achieve that, and which I think is really nice for the game. Like getting an SR Plus for free and it being a really good one as well. Like if it was a trash one, then nice having a good banner. But if the character's trash, no one's gonna summon. But having actually a really good character with nice pity is definitely a step in the right direction. But like you said, Conowen, they're not gonna do this anytime soon. Especially they're gonna just go back to the same special summon and do this only for anniversary characters, which kind of sucks. But it is what it is. Like we can talk about it how much we want, but they're not gonna change it. I'm pretty sure. And yeah, like overall, I think this is really nice, especially like free to play. You can save up now that you know what the anniversary is going to look like. Of course, we don't know it for sure, but how the 2-year anniversary is going to look like. You can save up so you can max out the SR Plus that comes around probably at the second anniversary. So definitely a good addition in the update.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. When it comes to them, implementing this for every SSR Plus character, yeah, it's net marble. It's not gonna happen. But I was hoping, I was hoping that it would happen. If they do, that would be dope. If they do the same thing for Yama, that would be dope. But I doubt that's gonna. But overall, them doing this, it's like the fact that they made her banner cheap for anniversary, right? They can't make the characters expensive to get for anniversary. They can't do that anymore because now that you guys, now that you guys did this where you're making Dowon's banner cheap for half anniversary, continuing forward, that has to happen every anniversary update. If not, then it's pretty obvious they're being greedy. So they shot themselves in the foot on that one. They should have honestly, never, but they should have never done this. They should have never made Dowon cheap because now they have to keep doing it every half anniversary update. That's what we're expecting. So it's actually good the fact that they made her cheap. And on top of that, she's good. If she was trash and cheap, then people be like, yeah, that's why you guys made her cheap because she's terrible. But the fact that she's actually broken and she's cheap, really, really good, especially for free to play players. It's like the most free to play friendly banner in the game so far. It's really, really good. So I'm really happy the fact that Netmarble decide to do this. And I'm honestly thinking the reason why they did this is because of, family head Gusting and Traumaray. I think that's the reason why they did this because, you know, two family heads back to back, and on top of that, Dowon's banner being expensive, that would be a crazy combination. So I think they decided to make her cheap so that, you'll be able to max her out without, investing a ton of black market tickets. And once you get her, you can continue saving up, or you can push in trial area. You can push in trial area so you can get more black market tickets. You can get Gusting or Trauma Rate. But overall, I'm really happy the fact that they made her cheap. Definitely a great move on Netmarble's part. All right, so get on that.
Yeah, I think so.
So for number 7, question 7, family head Gusting. What you guys think about him so far? We haven't seen this kit yet, but based off of what we've seen so far, how you guys feeling?
Yeah, about him, I don't really know what to expect. Like anything could happen. Also, looking at the fight between him and Ray, I think you Faros didn't see it because you didn't read the manhwa, if I remember correctly. But like anything could happen, literally. Like it could summon stuff. It could like throw some crazy ass fireballs everywhere. We know nothing. Like it's really difficult to even predict what he's going to do. The only things I could expect is what he will not have in his kit, because since he's kind of opposed to Tromray, I would expect him not to be countered by him, which means he's not going to have attack increases of any way, like of any sort, unless they are not removable attack increases, because in that case, I don't think Cobalt would trigger, and he probably won't have barriers either. So that's the only thing I can speculate. And looking at the images, I think one of them has like 3 either battleships or daggers. I couldn't really tell what it was, but just the icon alone. So I don't know. I could expect some sort of bombardment in some way, some AoE damage. I think they mentioned during the live stream is going to have some sort of AoE suppress. I don't know if it's a new type of CC or if it would just YouTube automatically translating in a weird way. But there could be a new kind of crowd control coming for him. And for the special move, we kind of see his book, I think, in the icon, which could literally be anything. Like it could literally write whatever he wants and make it reality. So we don't really know what to expect, I'd say. But I'm pretty sure it's going to be an insane unit. It's going to be the first family head mage that we have. The thing about being a mage, though, I'm not sure like how great of a thing it is. Sure, we have great subnodes up until Revolution 6, but then those subnodes are gone, so all that's left is just defensive stuff for Revolution 7 and 8, I believe. I don't think they can fit even more damage in there, unless they create brand new effects to add to the Revolution subnodes. So this could be a good thing because it would mean he's going to be a pretty cheap, or at least, well, as expensive as an SSR mage, let's say, in terms of Revolution mats. But yeah, that's about it, I'd say.
Yeah, I also feel like Gustang is probably gonna be the most busted unit in the entire game. Not only because he's a mage, so his ref nodes are gonna be crazy, but they want you to spend every single resource you have now. They're probably gonna make him the best character in the game, like probably. I don't know for sure, but probably. But what I believed in the live stream, I don't know for sure if they used Gusting like the one we already have or the family had Gusting, but in the fight where like the producer or something like the two guys fought each other with different teams, and I believe they used family head Gusting. So a bit of his kit was already leaked, I believe. I'm not entirely sure. I'll backtrack it right after this podcast, but if I find it, I'm gonna send it to you guys. But yeah, like he's looking pretty cool. I like his design and everything. Overall, I don't know. I can't like tell anyone to invest in him right now because we don't know literally anything about him. But overall, I think he's probably gonna be worth it, and everyone gets a free copy of him, so that's always nice. But if you want to invest 3 red or 5 rainbow, with your will, why not? If you're free to play, we have to see him wait on his kit. Can't really say anything about it right now.
Yeah, him being red element, very interesting. Yeah, when it comes to his kit, yeah, we don't know what he's gonna do. We don't know what he's gonna bring to the table. Aren't they gonna reveal his kit like 2 days before he releases? Like they do that all the
Yeah,
time. Yeah.
yeah,
One
it's
or
it's
So
2 days,
so,
I
but
believe.
only the base kit though, so it's not really that helpful probably for a family head. Even though that's all
Yeah,
that free to play might try to achieve. Because okay, we want no revolution, but I think for most of the player base won't really matter that much.
yeah.
No.
yeah, so we're gonna get his info 2 days early. And yeah, Conowen, you did bring up a good point about him being a counter. Like he won't be countered by Trauma Ray because they're rivals. They don't like each other. So I'm guessing that he's definitely not going to be able to generate shields. He's not going to be able to generate barriers because Trauma Ray he can easily get rid of that. Or Gusting he might have something like somewhere in his kit where enemies cannot remove his shield. Maybe I don't know, but it's very interesting the fact that he is a mage unit. He's I feel like in terms of damage, he's probably gonna deal way more damage than Chamare because he is a mage unit. So he's gonna be like the most broken DPS unit in the game. But hey, there is a chance that he might be the worst unit in the game. We never know. We never know. This might be their worst family head unit ever. So this might actually be good if he's trash to save up. But we'll have to see. I just hope that for Gusting, you don't need to like max him out, or you don't need, let's say, 3 red and above in order for him to actually be good. I hope he's going to be a unit where he's actually pretty strong with low dupes, but I'm just coping. We already know that's not going to happen. It's either you max him out or you have them above 3 red. That's really what it is. But the fact that he's going to have 8 revolution tiers, it's going to be insane. And he's going to be a DPS unit. It's going to be crazy. So I am looking forward to Gusting, seeing, how he's going to shift the meta, because as up to right now, Trauma Ray is like literally he's like the best unit in the game. Literally the best unit in the game. I can't wait to see, is Gusting going to be better or is he going to be worse than Trauma Ray? I can't wait to see what's going to happen. But yeah, Gusting, really excited for that character. I don't know if I'm gonna go all out for him. I'm going free to play. I can't. I can't. Dude,
Yeah.
$300 minimum. I can't. It's dangerous. It's how much did you guys
Yeah.
spend on Trauma Ray?
A
I
bit less, I believe.
Yeah, I cannot really quantify it because I always buy the monthly stuff and I usually never spend too many resources. I always try to use the bare minimum. So I didn't really spend any money for him. I already had all the resources needed, like I have already for Gustang and probably the next one and all the next SSR Plus that will come out. I don't really have to spend when they come out with their own packs. I just already have the stuff by all the passive amount that I gain with the other stuff. So yeah, I couldn't really quantify in terms of tickets. I think I used around 1,500 on him to max him
1500
out.
1500,
Black
like you
market.
had black market. Oh, damn.
Yeah,
Yo,
I think you. Yeah, it's slightly above average. I think the average was 1,400. But I don't know. I'm always lucky when there is no need to be, and then when I should actually be lucky, I'm always I don't know. Also on Dowon, I got shafted really hard.
Yeah, bro, I said like 160 pulls, one copy from Pity, and you got like 320 and one
Yeah,
copy aside from Pity. It was crazy.
yeah. As soon as you said it, I was like, yeah, not
Yeah,
gonna happen. I kept on summoning. I was like, okay, no copy, no copy, no copy. What
yeah,
up? It
it's
was
yeah, it was
insane.
crazy.
crazy.
Terrible,
For
terrible.
me, for my Dowon summons, the first part was shit. It was trash. Like
Yeah,
I
Yeah,
couldn't get a copy of her without pity. It was insane. But I'll say after I reached like 3 blue or I think 3 purple, it was insane. I was getting triple doubles. It was
yeah, yeah.
complete
yeah.
insanity. But yeah, family head banners are mad expensive. I'll never forget that live stream, bro. That shit was torture, bro. Like
Yeah, you got
it
shafted really hard.
was
Yeah.
it was bad, bro. I felt like somebody was stabbing me in the heart. It was fucking bad. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not going through that again for Gusting. Free to play. So
Yeah,
good on that.
my luck for my luck for Trom Ray was like out of this world. I did it in like 1050.
Yeah, I saw
So
your
Pretty
video,
good.
man. That was
yeah, it
actually pretty
was
good.
pretty insane. But of course, I hope that I get it again. But let's say I go to 1800 summons, which I heard someone who maxed Trumray out in 1800. That's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
That's crazy, man.
Like the amount of money you have to spend for that. I hope that doesn't happen to me. I'm probably gonna max out Gustang, but I don't know for sure. I just have a set amount of money that I want to spend, and if I get it, nice. If I don't, it's fine.
If you
But yeah,
have
that's
like no black market tickets, I think it's 300 minimum.
yeah,
Yeah, it's like 300 minimum if you have no black market. But I say if you have around like a decent amount, like 500, it's probably gonna be around like 150, 100, but it's still expensive.
yeah.
All right, so that's done. Now for number 8, Nonstop SSR Plus recommendation. So like, what would you guys recommend for the SSR Plus Nonstop Summon banner?
From my point of view, I would say now that we have every unit up to white, most people will probably default to white if they don't have it. I'd say at least 99% of the times. The only case where I wouldn't pick white is if you already have so many DPS units and no support build.
Hmm.
At that point, maybe you can say, okay, I already have Mashini, I already have Irang, I already have any other SSR plus DPS unit. I might go for Anniversary Iwa or Abelda, or maybe Garam, but I would say she's slightly below Albelda and Anniversary Iwa from my point of view. So that's the only scenario where I wouldn't pick white. But yeah, if you already have him, Rainbow 5, you already have Kaiser, Rainbow 5, that is pretty likely, I would say. The other units are again Anniversary Iwa, Albelda. They have insane revolution abilities that will boost your account like crazy. And after those, I don't really know. It kind of depends. I would say Eden would be a solid pick, but I don't like to go for him because you get so many dupes from the non-stop SR plus summon that Eden already starts working a very low dupes already. 3 purple, 3 red is pretty fine and usable, and it won't be that much better with Revolution. So he's a great pick, but I don't know. And the other ones, I would say the ones I mentioned before, like Mashini, Irang, Garam, those kind of units.
Yeah, for me, it's like I can't really add much more than that. It's kind of like the same. So if you don't have white, if you're new, if you have white, you can push floors so easy. It's not even funny. He's like the most cracked character that you can pick in terms of DPS in the SSR Plus non-stop banner. And I'm personally going with Anniversary Hiwa because I really want the Rev 5, the invincibility. But yeah, it's because I already have a Dawn max, Kaiser max, Dowon max. Like I have already a lot of characters max. So if you're new, don't pick a support. Just pick someone who can deal damage. That will help you more in the long run, I think. Yeah, that's basically it. Not really much more to add to Conowen's statements.
Yeah, I agree. If you're like a new player and you don't have DPS characters, I would never recommend a new player to max out support characters if they're brand new to the game. You want to max out DPS characters because they need more investment than support characters. So the fact that you can reset it 2 times, I would pick white because purple element he carries. He carries really hard. Could mashing as well, but white is next level. So I would pick white, and then for second reset, I don't know, man. That one is kind of tough. For second reset, I would go for Yiwa, man. She's insane because I chose Yiwa for my first reset. I chose her because I already have most of my characters maxed out. White, I'll say Hunadani's maxed out. Man, rest in peace, Punisher Rin. He's still good though. Still good.
Yeah,
But
bro. I also have a max.
Yeah,
yo, Punisher Rin is cooked. But Punisher Rin maxed out. Like I have most of the meta DPS characters maxed out, so I now have, the ability to have the opportunity to max out support characters. So Yua, I'm picking her, and then for second slot, I don't know, man. A lot of people told me that Albelda is kind of cracked with Revolution, so I might pick Albelda. I have no idea. But my Garam
Nice.
is at 4 orange stars, and I don't like picking a unit that's already that already has a lot of copies. I feel like it's a
Close.
waste.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a waste. I would rather
Yeah.
pick a unit who's probably at 3 stars. So Kaiser, damn, we're actually experiencing the downfall of Kaiser, guys. Like it's actually happening.
Yeah.
We thought this would never happen, but it's actually here. Dowon power crept the fuck out of her. Bomb as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, Kaiser, she's definitely not a high priority right now, which is good. The fact that Dowon is actually cracked gives you the opportunity to not want to choose to max out Kaiser in the nonstop summon. So you can pretty much like your options are now optimized. Like you can now choose white or which is pretty good. So overall, man, this nonstop is goaded. The fact that they added white is
Yeah.
I was not
Yeah.
expecting that. I was not expecting them to add white, but hey, I'm not complaining. That's a huge W. So anything
Yeah.
else you guys want to add or are good on that?
Yeah, like I
Mm,
don't know about you guys, but uh, the thing with this is a bit unrelated, but like with the SSRs, you guys probably have most of them maxed out right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know how many of the gems you have, but I have like 180 or something, and I don't know what to spend it on in the shop.
The purple
Like
gems?
yeah,
yeah.
like the
Oh, okay.
ones that get you SSR pluses.
Yeah.
It's like I have so much, but I don't know who to spend it on, and it just I don't know. It's
Yeah.
kind of sucks. Like getting it. I would rather have something else. Like maybe give somewhat of like I don't know what I would choose, but I don't
Yeah.
know it. I don't know what to choose. It's really hard for me and for new
Yeah.
players. I think also.
Yeah, I
Yeah. I'm
feel you.
just saving up on those. Yeah.
Once you have every unit maxed out, it's like you don't really know what to invest those purple gems on. Understandable.
Yeah.
All right, so
Also, you
last question. If you could only give one piece of advice to new players, what would it be?
Yeah. For this question, I'd say that, as we mentioned in this podcast, the devs will always try to put pressure on you to feel like some sort of FOMO to force you to make some choices and ultimately try to get you to spend. But I will say, don't fall into that trap. Don't get tricked. Just focus. This is mostly a PvE game, unless you are a whale. Like, let's let's get this straight. Like, if you are a whale, but not a small whale that only maxes units, but a whale that invests in revolution for every single unit, in ignition weapons for every single unit,
know.
then PvP is for you. Otherwise, this is a purely PvE game from my point of view, and you should just chill, don't worry, just examine your options, take the best course of action, don't feel pressured, just relax and enjoy. There is no sort of rush, no benefit in having stronger units, just enjoy the game, and that's it.
That'd be advice.
Yeah. For me, yeah. For me, it's like definitely don't diversify your characters too much, especially in the beginning. It's better to have one character in the beginning at 3 red than 5 at 3 green, for example. So just max 1 TPS. And also, don't use your black market tickets on the black market. Don't do it. It's
Yeah.
not worth it. The same goes for your Suspendium. Please don't buy the normal summons with Suspendium. I still see people do this. It's super dumb because you can spend it on so many like what's worth it with Suspendium is like the special banners or the anniversary. The 1,000 Suspendium shop is quite worth it, I would say, for many people. For me as well. Like the rev rewards are kind of crazy there. But just don't spend it on the normal summon because that you're just wasting it at that point. Because you're gonna max the SSRs eventually, so no need to pressure yourself into summoning there with Suspendium.
I agree.
Yeah.
My advice, yeah, I feel like when it comes to Tower of God, this game, the FOMO, the devs are always gonna try their best to make it. They're gonna try their best to make you feel like you're missing out, and you have to invest in these strong characters in order for you to enjoy the game and progress efficiently. Don't fall for it, man. Do not fall for it. And you don't have to max out every single unit. unfortunately, that's the route they're heading. Like that's the path they're trying to walk on right now, where they're trying to make you, max out every character because, fortunately, in this game, it's like if you don't have these characters maxed out, they're not that crazy. Some units are an exception, but it's not a lot. So the FOMO tactics, they are getting aggressive. Don't fall for it. Just play the game your way. Progress when you feel like it. Don't rush yourself. And when it comes to expirable suspendium, you guys know I hate it. Like I will never not talk about this, but expirable suspendium, um, use it on Origin Orb. Origin Orb
Yeah,
is great. You can use it on Origin
100%.
Orb. Use it to get like resources in like 1000 suspendium shop. That's also pretty good as well. But Origin Orb is like really good. So if you have a lot of expirable suspendium, use that in Origin Orb so you can get more stats. You'll be able to be a lot stronger. But I think that's all the advice I can give, to be honest. Just take your time with this game. Treat it as a side game. Play another game, but at the same time for TOG, progress when you feel like it. Don't rush. It's a pretty chill game. But of course, the FOMO tactics, they are gonna get aggressive, and you're gonna feel like you're missing out. But once again, that's just how Netmarble. That's how every gotcha game works. They're always gonna try their best to implement these, scummy practices so that you'll be able to, fall for it and give them money. Don't fall for it. Stay strong. But that's pretty much all the advice I can give, all the advice Sable and Conowen can give. And that was pretty much the last question. So anything else you guys want to talk about? Any other questions? Anything?
Yeah, for like the data tower, I think what they could definitely implement is that you can maybe not add them to the standard banner, but we have these SSR plus chests that are useless, or not SSR plus, but SSR chests that are useless, at
Mm-hmm.
least in my opinion. Why not add them to there? So let's say, for example, you have Coon at 3 rainbow. Otherwise, you have to wait 4 months to get them maxed, or if they're in the SSR chest, you can just max them out. I would think that's a great addition. And you're also missing out if you're spending your normal summons on the summon banner for like Anaak in this case. You're also missing out on the potential SSR plus you could get if you spent your ticket on the normal summon banner. So I think you should also be compensated for that in some kind of way because the free SSR plus is kind of handy, especially for newer players.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely the special banners for the SSR units are really annoying. Like the fact that you mentioned that we don't have the SSR plus PT is really annoying as well. I was thinking of pulling on the normal banner for new units as well, just to get the SSR plus chest, because once you have every SSR plus maxed out, you get the chest that will allow you to also get dupes for the future ones. So I really like that, but unfortunately, since they added that special summon banner for SSR as well, I never got an additional one. So yeah, really disappointing. And as you said, for new players, it's also good to have maybe even more variety. The SSR Plus is great, and also some more units. Because yeah, old SSR, as mentioned before, are weaker compared to these new data tower units, but there are still some that are extremely valuable, like the usual Uraha or
Yeah.
the other Anaak, Princess Anaak, really, really good. So there are some good picks still, but most of them are kind of irrelevant. So I would say new players will quickly get the good ones, and then they can also join these new banners, losing out on the
Yeah.
SSR Plus, which is a shame. But yeah, they definitely should address that. I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree too. The fact that they don't have that SSR plus pity in a special summon banner, yeah, it is ridiculous because they did say they were gonna improve it. Like, because that was one of the main issues with the normal summon banner is that the rates were pretty bad. That's why they implemented special summon, but to be honest, special summon it's not really that valuable because you can't get SSR plus characters. So they gotta do something about that. What else was I gonna mention? I was gonna mention, oh yeah, black market. Zabel bringing up a good point about black market. It is useless, man. Like, I don't even understand why we still have black market. The pity is way too much, and there's just no point when we have these special summon banners. There really is no point. So I think they should do something else with the black market. Probably like, I don't know. What do you guys think they should do for black market? Because it's really not useful anymore. Like probably make it like
Like
rerun for I don't know, rerun for family heads. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
it's definitely not worth it because of the pity. Like
Yeah,
200
like
pity. I don't understand it. Like if they make it 100, at least it's somewhat equal to the
yeah.
new ones, but it's like not even
Mhm.
like one you get an old SSR who's probably gonna get power crept easier, and there's double pity. So yeah, it's just useless in my
Not
opinion.
worth it, man. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
Maybe they should increase and like increase the rates, like the chance of you getting the SSR plus character in black market. Maybe they can do that, but I really don't see the point of black market when we have the special summon banners. Like there's really no point at all. Um
Mhm.
Maybe they can just use it as I would recommend them to change it to like a rerun banner where like they implement rerun characters for black market and they reduce the pity to 100. I feel like that would be way better. Right? Let's say they put for next update for black market they put Kaiser or let's say Palavon
Mhm.
for 100 pity.
Hmm.
They should use it as a rerun banner, very similar to other games like HSR Genshin, where you have the limited 5-star character, the new limited 5-star character, and then they have like rerun characters. I think they should change it to a rerun banner. That would be way more valuable because black market is useless as hell right now. But
Mhm.
is that
Yeah.
it? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm,
Conowen?
yeah. The only other thing I could think of is, well, obviously, if they reduce it to 100 PT, that would be basically the same as the special summon. Maybe going to 150 PT and then increase the rates of the family heads because right now, I don't even recall how much is it to get a Trom Ray from it. Someone posted a double. Somehow they managed to get two Trom Ray in a temple
you
in
gotta
the
be
black market. It
lucky.
was
You
insane.
gotta be hella lucky,
That's
man.
insane. I have no idea how, but because I think the rate is 0.1 or maybe even less. I don't recall.
Yeah, I
But
believe
yeah,
zero
they
point
should
0.1.
definitely, yeah, they should increase it to like probably 0.5. No, probably 0.5 is too high at that point. I don't know. Maybe 0.225, but for every single family head that comes out. So 0.25 Tom Raid,
Mm,
0.25 Gustang, and then have a
yeah.
150 PT. Then maybe people could think about summoning, but
Yeah,
still hard. I don't know.
yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. My only feedback is change it to like a rerun banner. Change it to a rerun banner and just reduce the pity. That's the only thing I can think of right now. But I just don't see black market being useful at all. It's just not useful. It's just there. Honestly, it's just there. Ever
Yeah.
since they
Never
implemented
touch it.
special summon, I never touched black market. It's just there. So
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know, man. It's weird. Plus, I do.
Or they could
Oh,
add. Hmm?
you can continue.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I was thinking maybe they could also do the same as we're doing in the normal summon because also the normal summon is worthless. But we have the 5 daily pulls. Maybe they could add that to the black market too. They could give us 5 free
Ye-
black market pulls every day.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's actually a good
It
Yeah,
idea.
wouldn't really make
that's
you use
actually a really
resources.
good idea.
Yeah, you don't use resources, but at least every now and then you get something. Wouldn't be too bad, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can do that,
Yeah.
and the chance of because don't they have like the Shinsu whetstone in the black
Yeah.
market?
Hmm?
They
I
could
believe so. Yeah.
increase the chances for you to get Shinsu whetstone so you can get a lot more. I feel like that would be good.
Hmm.
Like they
Hmm.
increase
Maybe
the
also add
chances.
revolution mats.
Yeah,
Yeah.
put revolution mats in there, Shinsu
Hmm.
whetstone. Put more resources. Put a free daily summon. Make it valuable, bro. Just make it valuable because it's just there. It's just
Yeah.
Yeah.
there, man. It's just there. So they definitely have to do
Yeah.
something about that. Um, what else? Oh yeah, the trial SSR Plus is so useful, man. Honestly,
Mm.
being free to play before they implemented the trial system where you can use an SR Plus character and synchronize them with your maxed out SR Plus character. Before that, being free to play and making content on the game would be hella tough. It would be difficult because you won't be able
Mhm.
to test
Yeah.
out characters at their max potential. It's ridiculous. But the new trial system, I love it, man. I love the new trial system. I was able to test out Dowon maxed out with the trial system. And that pretty much helped me decide if I wanted to summon for her. So trial
Mhm.
system is one of the best features they implemented in the game, in my opinion. Really, really good. So
Yeah, I agree.
yeah,
Yeah.
we good, great.
Think
Yep.
so.
All right, thank you guys for tuning into this episode. Once again, make sure you guys go ahead, subscribe to Sable's channel and Conowen's channel. And this was a solid episode, really good episode. And hope you guys have a good one. You guys can go ahead and say bye, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. Thank you
Yeah,
for
thank you guys.
tuning in. And yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, Sable.
Yeah, just I don't care. Yeah, so thank you Faros for having me again. It was nice like talking about everything and talking about the update, like voicing opinions and also exchanging ideas. Like I really like the idea actually for like having a few summons for the black market so that it's not useless every single like they could also remove it and nobody wouldn't even know probably
Yeah.
right now. So yeah, definitely that's one thing they really can change, and also the data tower could be optimized. But so far, thank you guys for tuning in. If you've listened the entire hour, pretty cool, pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, Conowen, anything? You good?
I'm good. Thank you, Faros, for having me again. And I think this format is really interesting. Again, as Sable said, to share thoughts and opinions on the updates. So yeah, I really like this kind of format, and I think we will continue on doing it probably for quite a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, I like this. This is fun. This is fun. Getting everybody's
Yeah.
Yeah.
opinion, hanging out, chilling, talking about games is really fun, man. I enjoy
Yeah.
these podcast episodes with you guys. And of course, we might invite more people in the future. I think
Mhm.
honestly, you guys are I would even say you guys are guests. Like you guys are actually, co-hosts because you guys might like I would say for future episodes, you can ask questions and I'll just sit back and I'll answer questions as well. Like Sable might be in charge for next episode, Conowen might be in charge for next
Mhm.
episode. Just let me know if you want to, host the next episode and you'll be able to, how can I say this? You'll be able to direct that episode and I'm just going to sit back and, just participate. But
Mhm.
tell me what you guys think in the comment section down below about our opinions. Do you disagree, agree? And hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode and I'll be catching you guys on the next one. Peace.